Taraneh, you are the winner, the overall winner of this year's 2018 Tower Prize, on which many congratulations. The theme this year was secrets, and you pursued it in a very fascinating way by using other people's voices, and voices from history, of course. And now, you will know much better than I do what the precise bearing of this poem is. I took it to be concerned with Richard I, Richard Coeur de Lion, and is it King Philip of France? Am I right?
For second, yeah.
Philip II. The two of them having been close at one point and indeed allies at one point, and then having drifted
apart. After a bit of a botched marriage arrangement with Philip's sister.
I see. So tell us a little bit about what took you towards this as a subject.
It started off just kind of being a myth out there, and I found that quite interesting and a little moving, because Richard died all alone, isolated, and I found that really moving in a way. So I kind of wanted to give him a voice, and perhaps even if it was just a myth, give it a little bit of truth and write something that would do justice to kind of feelings he may have had. Yeah.
Well, this is you've just come up with a very good definition of what you might call a dramatic monologue.
Yeah.
Which is not tied to the history books, but almost takes off from the history books.
Yeah.
And tell us a little about how you came up with the Richard voice here.
It was just sort of just trying to put myself in his position and imagining what it would be like to kind of be so passionate, but then at the same time knowing that passion can never be realised, because there were so many things in his way. He was a king, he was very religious, and I guess those things do tend to stand in the way of something so passionate.
Do you think that your poem imagines, as it were, a tragic end for the speaker, for Richard?
I think it does, yeah. I think it's the end of a chapter for him, and there's more afterwards, but for now that's it for him, and it's quite a blunt ending. I feel it's quite dull.
That's what you wanted?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, we loved it, obviously, since we gave it the top prize this year, but we'd also love you to read it for us now.
Of course. Richard, I used to think all men were slaves to me, but with the keen flick of your eye, faster than a serpent's tongue, you swept through Jerusalem and called me to the foot of your bed. You smirk, some strong aphorism has played on your lips, sweet cool ablution, confessions to men in red, hermits fasting, all answer to you, the smooth lines of your neck, the arch of your back. I wake sweated over, filthy with want, full of threat and fallacy. I want to scream, to sing about the whiteness of your throat, your cool nakedness, ungodly red infection of the mind. Like the black-faced eremite on his pilgrimage from Odessa to the Holy Land, my feet will blister on stone. You know me by an unspoken name, like the hailing chorus of Gabriel's wings. Sounds that roll off your tongue prickle against my skin. I'll never see fire or hear the sea again. From fertile sin out shall spring an apple tree. Share its fruit with me. I will stand by you, King of England, dead a sexless bedfellow. I gave you my soul. I damned the sweet rivers of wine and the protection of the archangel's wing, seized hell as my home, and you gave me your sister, a marriage of starched sheets, her sweet eyes aping your own, a reflection so dear to me it made me weep. And this is how you'll keep me, a dog on a chain, a mocking ghost of the memory I kept of you, the faint likeness of blue irises. I will not ask, 2 crowns cannot kiss. I want to rip out your tongue with my teeth. I want to ask why your face is so calm, as if you don't remember the embrace we shared, heat that passed between our bodies like ghosts. I could tear the hair from my head, watch it scatter like leaves, the hours burning on their own funeral pyre. If only God had reached down from Elysium and scorch my tongue to blister snakeskin. You will forget, and history will never know. Like water slipping through cracks in the sky into the ocean, petrified into pillars of salt, useless to a parched beggar's throat, we will disappear. But even now I will collect each moment, each sound, each soft sighing whisper like precious stones. I will etch into rock once I loved the King of France, and keep it as a pebble in my palm, quietly turning its smooth sides around in my hand. Offish waters give their colour to you, the Seine. Now we can say nothing at all.